Real Dealz TV, episode 6, take 1. What are we doing today? Chris's phone's going off constantly with the most annoying ringtone ever for his text messages. But beyond that, it's Friday. We've got a closing that's coming up here on Monday or Tuesday, potentially, and it's probably it's the most expensive home we've ever sold. A couple $1 million. We're going to take you guys there today. We showed you the quasi-finished product about a month or so ago, maybe a month and a half ago, but now it's done, completely done. So buyers are closing on Monday and they're gonna move in on Tuesday morning, so we'll probably stop by there. I gotta do a little bit of getting my hands dirty, cleaning up a little bit of a mess, so you can shoot some footage, show you guys what the finished product looks like. Then we're gonna take you guys to one of our projects that's just started. It's a townhome project in a higher end part of Lake Oswego. The townhomes themselves will probably be about 800,000-ish when they're done each. So obviously pretty high end, but we've got the foundation poured and we've got the initial framing and plumbing and HVAC work done. So you guys can see what the job site looks like when, we've got some initial framing and just the beginnings of the project. I think it'll be a cool episode. I think it'll be a cool trek around town, but before we go, I gotta write some checks and make some subcontractors happy. So I'll finish this up and we'll hit the road.
See you out in the field.
So, we are gonna head to NOS. I've got to clean a little bit of residue off the floor in the master bath where we were setting the tub. They didn't set it quite where we put the glue down, so okay. I got to get that up. I got some goof off and a little.
What do you got, goof off?
I got goof off and a 5-in-1, so I'm gonna get my hands dirty and get that up off the floor, and then we're gonna shoot over to check out the townhome project. We've got some framing done. We got some initial plumbing and HVAC work done. So we'll go check that out, and maybe we'll grab some lunch in between, maybe. Ready for building.
When we're at NOS and you're cleaning that off, do you mind if I play city and just stand there and supervise?
Is that what the city is, the new word for doing nothing?
It's just, it is.
At our townhome project, I almost took a picture when we were doing our sewer main extension of basically one guy digging, right? And there was like 6 guys from the city just standing around like, yeah, looks good, Bob. Looks good.
Yeah.
And I almost took a picture to caption it.
You checked out that new chimichanga place?
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get that for lunch today. Yeah. You know what I've determined from watching our other episodes? Obviously, because we do watch them. We drive a lot. So maybe Nate can speed us up, get onto the property. Cut this guy off. Let's do it.
Yes. He's eating a burrito.
A burrito or a banana?
I gotta fall for the old banana.
The old banana and tailpipe trick.
You're not gonna fall for the banana and the tailpipe? It should be more natural, brother. It should flow out like this. Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Can't believe we're finally done with this project. It's been a long time from marketing to getting the deal to renting the house out for a while until we figured out the plans, to tearing the house down, to building the house, selling the house. But
well, luckily it was sold, way before it was even completed.
It's true.
That was really nice.
We got our occupancy cert yesterday, which is Thursday, and it closes probably Monday. So for a multi-million-dollar home, to have an occupancy cert and a closing date that close together when it's a spec house, that's unreal. Slow down, see. Apparently the sign agrees with you guys and my driving.
No, I'd say all in all, that's been a really smooth transaction.
The one pain in the ass thing? This neighbor. Nice enough people.
Across the street?
they feel like, even though this is city property right here, that it's their property. And so every time anybody even parked down by the stop sign,
Is that why
the guy would run out and say, "You can't park there." And it's like,
that way is the no parking and all the cones.
yeah,
And
the city didn't set that up. He set that up.
Seriously?
Yeah, he's friggin' ridiculous. Jerry parked by that stop sign the other day because all this was filled with our subs, and he came running out saying, "You can't park there." And Jerry had to politely explain to him that they don't just put stop signs on private property. They put it on city-owned property, which is what that little gravel area is. Oh, and by the way, the city put the gravel in too. And the irony is, when they were building that house, which by the way, it's a fairly new house, and our renter was living here, which we both know obviously, their construction guys were parking all over here.
So it's a NIMBY. Not
Yes.
in my backyard.
Not in my backyard.
Also, just a little fun fact for all of you: if you ever did loans in the past and ever saw a PITA fee on a GFE, which is a good faith estimate, that PITA fee was a pain in the ass fee.
That's the acronym,
Yes.
PITA. Not
So he must
PITA.
have won the PITA award.
He did win the PITA award. It's like the Darwin Awards, but the PITA Awards.
Yes.
The biggest pain in the ass of the year award
Yes.
goes to our neighbor, across the street. Got my goo gun, got my scraper, got my rag. Gotta get my hands dirty today. It's glue from, so when they set the tub, they set it on glue. The plumbers were nice enough to set it outside of where they set the tub, so it leaves this residue on the floor here that shouldn't be there, because usually you wouldn't see it because the tub's sitting on it, so it helps, not that the tub's gonna move, but it holds it in place. But if you don't set it on top of the glue that you put on the floor, then you get to look at the glue, which nobody wants to look at glue, so. Now I'm figuring out what exactly is going to be required to get this up, which is quite a bit more than what I really wanted to do here today. Thank you, Mr. Plumber. Put it that way. I told you about the guys that scratch the glass too.
Yeah.
It's basically guys that they just don't give a shit at the end of the day if there's things that they don't do 100% correct, like this. They obviously were like, oh, whatever, somebody else's problem. And then the glass cleaners scratched 3 of our windows because they were complaining about there was overspray from paint on them. Well, if the paint is on there pretty, strongly, get some type of lacquer or something to remove the paint. Don't try and scrape it all off with a razor blade, because if you push too hard, you scratch the glass, right?
I think so far this is one of my favorite bathrooms that you guys have done, just because of the sheer size.
Oh, this bathroom's awesome.
No, it is. I love the fact that you have your own separate vanity for her and him. I mean, entirely separate.
Oh, the shower turned out awesome too.
Yeah.
That's a brown chicken, brown cow shower. Right?
You gotta do a little bit of
Brown chicken, brown cow. I wonder whose room this is.
Oh, hello. Come on in.
To do both doors, bro.
Oh, yeah. I guess
It's got to be a grand opening.
Hello, and welcome to the master.
This is where the propeller of doom does his work. Yeah. Yes. The fan. Yes.
Maybe one of these days we'll have to actually do the motion so people can.
No.
Tucker's
We'll let him.
Gotta make them follow you on Snapchat.
Yes. Follow Chris on Snapchat for the propeller of doom video. So this was was how I knew it was the window, guys, because they didn't even paint on that. Because each of those little panes had glass or had plastic over them. But if you look up at them from over here, you can see the scratches, right? They just kept scratching the window over and over and over again. Well, each of those paints.
Oh, and that's not, I mean, those are actual scratches.
Yeah, actual scratches. But there was actual plastic over each pane to prevent it from being scratched. So they were blaming it on the painter putting paint on it, but paint can't get on the glass if there's plastic over it, right?
Yeah, so then why were they scratching it?
Because they were pushing too hard with the razor blades.
But if there's already a plastic.
Well, you got to pull it off, right?
Yeah.
And then you etch it and you clean it and whatever. So they pulled the plastic off of each pane, and then they were cleaning it. But in doing so, they were pushing too hard with their razor blade, so they scratched it.
It just seems odd that even there, that if there was plastic on it, that you would have even had to have scraped there unless you were going like in big strokes to get the little.
I think that's what they were doing.
Jeez.
So you can see why I was irritated yesterday, because it's like now these guys that, you know, they don't care. They're just here cleaning windows for the guy that owns the company.
Yeah.
And then I gotta call him and say, hey, your guys don't use their friggin' head. So, and he's like, oh, well, the glass is wet, so they can't tell. And it's like, well, you know when you're putting a lot of pressure on your razor blade, which could potentially scratch glass. And now we've got to deal with these scratched panes, which is gonna be a big pain in our
you know,
eyes.
it could have also been something as simple as, literally simple as, using an old, like, worn out razor blade instead of using like a fresh new one.
Yeah.
And the fact that they tried to kind
Or
of
just
put it
get
on
some
the
type of
painters.
lacquer or cleaner. Yeah, there was no paint on those windows.
Yeah, they tried to put it on. That's
And now
pretty
that's
shady.
like one of 4 windows that they scratched. So now we've got this problem. Buyers didn't ask for it, but I don't want to deliver a $2 million product where you look up in your stairwell and you see the scratches every morning when you walk up there when the sun shines through.
No.
And look, I mean, they scratched the shit out of that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not acceptable.
No, it's not acceptable at all. It's just stupid stuff that you always have to battle with this stuff when you do construction, because some guys care, other guys just, for whatever reason, don't when they're on your job site. So
People management, right?
conveyor. It's got the
Damn, you guys owe me like 2 cases of beer.
That's how we roll.
You shall get hams and like it.
Oh. I'll just take those. Those are just clay pigeons. That's what I call those. Just throw them up in the air and shoot them.
Yeah, hams is
No, I know.
Tony's got an uncle that loves it. And
Oh, really?
he loves it because it's cheap. He doesn't love it because he loves it. He's like one of those guys that because it's so cheap, he forces himself to like it. And I mean, I get it, but oh my God, that's just.
You know what's a cheap, acceptable beer in my mind is PBR.
I'm just taking us to the one actually that we could try the new one, but this one's been highly rated by another fellow sushi lover who says that for one of the train places,
That's pretty acceptable.
it's pretty much the best.
Like a tiger ready to pounce.
Yeah. I just don't know. Well, see, we got a take back over there.
Well, I don't know how much to choose from.
I know. I think I'm gonna go for the octopus and we'll see it again.
You gonna eat some octopus?
Yeah. Yeah. Octopus.
I'll film that.
As it slaps me.
What you got going on there, Chris?
This I'm gonna be putting in some wasabi.
That's like, we've got some plum sauce on there. Looks like maybe some crab.
It's about to go down.
Oh, what it is? What do you think that is? Okay. Yeah. I don't think it's calamari. I think it's fried octopus. Looks pretty good.
Thoughts, feelings?
Good stuff, huh? I'm glad
Good stuff.
glad I took Rob's recommendation and brought us here.
I'd say one of the better, or if not the best, conveyor belt sushi I've had.
And clean.
Yeah.
We are going to check out our townhome project, which Chris actually has them pre-listed right now. There's 2 of them. And they're listed at $799,000 a pop, which I think once they're done, they'll sell really quick. He's been getting a fair bit of calls, even though we haven't even really gotten very far on building them yet. And I'm going to cut this guy off a little bit. Thank you very little.
No, that wasn't bad at all.
Not too bad.
Unbelievable. Thank you very little.
We're gonna go check out the progress. We've got foundation poured. We're gonna check out, we had some framing corrections done yesterday. We had some plumbers out there the last couple days, and I think our HVAC guys are out there today, or were out there yesterday doing some initial HVAC work. So
Okay.
we'll,
Do you have the power pull up?
power
Or
pull is up.
still- Okay.
We got to check and see if power's, if we have temp power, because we've been using a generator for everybody that needs power, because PG is a little behind on getting temp power hooked up, and the neighbors have been calling the office pretty much constantly, complaining to Chris that we are horrible people and we don't care about the neighborhood at all. And
I've had the pleasure of taking their complaints.
yes, he noted. He
Yes.
let them know their complaints were noted, and
I will get right on it.
he was going to get right on it. So
Right.
the compressor we were using, or not the compressor, the generator we were using was like, it sounds like a quiet lawnmower, but apparently there are a lot of people in the neighborhood that stay home during the day, and any type of exterior outside ruckus really throws a monkey wrench into their day. So hopefully PG's got the power hooked up. So let's do the tour day TTM homes in this neighborhood.
I like that.
That
Why don't we go from when you the first one you did on 8th Street?
or this was the first house we ever built in here. Right there. It's a nice looking house, huh?
The second one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one right here.
That was the first house we ever built in this neighborhood. Damn good looking house too, if you ask me.
B-roll of it.
Okay, so anyway, this is one of the houses. It's a super cool plan. Unfortunately, we can't build that plan anymore because the neighborhood association has their opinion of what can be built on corner lots and what can't.
Damn, that's a half rack in like the last 5 minutes.
Hey, Jerry.
So here's another one we built. This was my favorite lot, house.
It's a 7,000 square foot lot? Or was it close to
It's
8?
8 and some change, but it's a great looking house.
That fence, they did a nice job.
Really nice lady that bought it. Her family started Kelly Moore Paints, so she's got some dough, but really nice lady.
Cruise by 5th real quick.
We got 2 more that we built. So here's another corner plan.
I really do like the look of this one and how this one turned out.
Yeah, it's a great looking house.
It is.
Nice people bought it.
And I personally like the lot with the trees, the shading. It's nice.
And then this used to be a double lot, so we built that house, and then we built this one right here next to it, which is similar to a couple of our other plans. The treasurer for the state of Oregon lives there now. We were supposed to build this house, but the guys that we had under contract, they screwed us, and they sold it to another builder for more money, even though we'd already signed. But such is life. That, huh? Does that look better than the Boo Radley house that was there?
Yes.
I know it's a construction site, but let's go see what kind of progress we've made and see if anybody comes out and complains about us improving the neighborhood. So you got unit 1 right here. Then you've got unit 2 up there. You can kind of see where it steps up. That's unit 2. But it'll be cool because when it's finished, the roof lines will be staggered. But the really cool thing is that, see, instead of, usually you connect townhomes on the long wall. So you have a lot of shared wall, which means you have the opportunity to annoy your neighbor that much more. Here, we've connected them on the short walls. And so your master bedrooms are not connected, which means, you're not going to hear your neighbor banging on the wall or playing loud music or whatever nearly as easily. Now, I mean, you could still make a ruckus and I'm sure somebody could hear you, but it's not gonna be nearly as easily as if you shared the long wall. So we attached them on the short side. So instead of splitting it this way, we split the lot this way, and then we'll get unit 1, unit 2. And then we got garages, one off the alley, one off the side. But we can go poke around, take a look, see how much progress they made with the plumbing. We've got the HVAC guys have already been here.
No, on this side, it has a single car garage as well.
Double car. So we got a double car over there.
Okay, and then over here, single car.
Yeah.
But this one on the left has the master on the main.
Yeah, so this, you've got double car there. Actually, this one has master on the main here. You can see we've got post and beam basically done at this point, which we've got the 4 joists set. We've got the roughed in HVAC, roughed in plumbing, or underfloor plumbing. We got the vapor barrier down. Obviously you can see the foundation, but we do a lot of the rough in stuff now. Then we deck it, and then we start framing and going vertical. And then after we get the framing done and we go vertical, then we bring up the plumbing upstairs where we need to. We run the electrical, we bring the additional HVAC ducting in, and then we start putting it all together.
So what are you gonna do with the back here? Just, probably not putting any grass, you're just gonna put bark or gravel?
Yeah, so you'll have a patio area. We'll probably do a little, maybe some steps down, grade it out. Property line goes actually a little farther even than where this is, but you'll have a little bit of a patio area. We'll probably do like pavers or something and then
fence it off? Yeah,
there'll be a fence in between. Move this so that nobody steps on any nails. Ooh. So what did we do today? We went and checked out our finished product at Noss Road. Worked on trying to get some of that crap off the floor. I'm gonna have to go back there this weekend, get my hands dirty. I'm definitely one of those real estate investors that does get my hands dirty every now and again. Don't expect everybody else to do everything, that's for sure. And then we went and had sushi at a pretty damn good place. Thanks, Rob, if you're out there. Probably not, but if you are, great suggestion. It was good. And then we went and checked out the other houses that we had built in the First Edition neighborhood of Lake Oswego. So that was pretty cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing kind of, all the houses we built, and then took you to that project where we've got the initial framing done, the initial plumbing, and the initial HVAC work. And we'll take you back there at some point when it's, actually townhomes, but right now it just looks like, a rough product, right? We were gonna go to our Dunthorpe project, but we ran short on time. I've got to hop on and do a consulting call for the DFA this afternoon, and so time constraints. So we'll take you out there probably in the next episode or in the next couple episodes, but that's episode 6, Real Dealz TV, and that's a wrap.